On this episode of the Pilot Adventure, we swim with some huge pigs. Kate pets a shark. And we save some rescue dogs. Our first stop on this adventure is Mayaguana. Only 450 miles from Miami, it's just under a 3-hour flight in the SR22. Mayaguana is the easternmost island of the Bahamas. With a population of just over 200 people, it can get pretty quiet here, but that may be just what you're looking for. Mayaguana played a huge role for the United States during the Cuban Missile Crisis and the space race, but you wouldn't know by looking. One of the local specialties is the queen conch. Tastes a lot like fried chicken. You've probably had conch ceviche or conch salad. It's amazing. If you're looking to stay overnight, the Bay Canyon Resort is the call. Shorty the owner and Teru the chef will take amazing care of you. Now if you're lucky enough to dive and catch a queen conch, it's a custom and an honor to eat its penis, as this gentleman's doing here. Now allegedly, it gives you power. I'm gonna pass. I think I have enough power. The local Bahamian beer is Sands. It's comparable to Corona, and after enough conch penises, you're gonna need one. Flamingos are indigenous to Mayaguana. It'll take some searching, but you'll find them. Also note, flying in the Bahamas, you have to land during the daytime. Don't be this guy. Here's the resort and the island from the air. Miles and miles of untouched beaches and coral reefs. It really is like your own private island. Our next stop was Eleuthera. 250 miles to the northwest of Mayaguana, it's about an hour-and-a-half flight. At 110 miles long and only about a mile wide, you're never quite far from the beach. This is among the best Bahamian islands to catch some waves. When you've had your fill of waves, head to Perk in Governor's Harbor and grab yourself a breakfast sandwich and a coffee. Make sure to get there early. The best seats outside fill up quick. Our next stop was South Eleuthera. If you're looking to interact with wildlife, South Eleuthera is the place. Featuring giant starfish, sand dollars, sea biscuits, and oh yeah, sharks. Lots of them. At this marina, there was about a 3-inch sign that said no swimming, and as a fisherman here says, it's at your own risk. Now at the surface you have a group of nurse sharks, generally harmless to humans, but if you look closely, see that shadow? That's a bull shark. Bulls live in very shallow fresh and salt water, and have even been found in the Mississippi River. Bulls are territorial by nature and have virtually no tolerance for provocation. They may be more dangerous to humans than any other species of shark, along with the tiger shark and the great white. Now we didn't find any bull sharks at Tippy's, but we did find the best food on Eleuthera. Get there early and make a reservation. The next stop on this pilot adventure was Staniel Cay, part of the Exumas, an island chain made up of over 365 unique islands. From Eleuthera, it's about 70 miles or 30 minutes in the SR22. This is some of the most scenic flying you can do in the Bahamas, but make sure you stay on the common frequency as there's a lot of traffic in this area. From the Staniel Cay Airport, you'll either hire or rent a boat, and it's off to Thunderball Grotto, an underwater cave that's been the setting for 2 James Bond films. After Thunderball Grotto, it's off to Pig's Beach. Now legend has it, a group of sailors left the pigs on the island with plans to return for bacon. The sailors, though, never returned, and the pigs survived on excess food dumped from passing ships. Other legends suggest the pigs were survivors of a shipwreck and managed to swim to shore, while another claims the pig had escaped from a nearby farm. The island is home to about 20 pigs and piglets, and a handful of goats and stray cats. Pig Beach attracts thousands of tourists each year who come to feed the pigs scraps of fruit and bread. After Pig's Beach, head to the Staniel Cay Yacht Club for lunch. Our next stop is Iguana Cay, also known as Iguana Island. It's just a short boat ride from the Staniel Cay Yacht Club. The island is uninhabited other than an unknown number of large iguanas. Pull up to the beach and in moments a swarm of iguanas will surround you. They're generally friendly, but it's wise to keep your distance. Our last stop in the Exumas is Compass Key, famous for the spot where you can swim with nurse sharks. As you can hear, people get pretty excited swimming with the sharks. Now you can pet them, just don't pet them in the mouth. Here's Kate petting a nurse shark. Our last stop in the Bahamas before heading home is Nassau, about an 80-mile or 35-minute flight from Staniel Cay. Nassau is the capital of the Bahamas and also a great place to make your mandatory custom stop before heading back to the States. Nassau is also one of the only airports with an instrument approach, so if you get caught in bad weather, this is where you'll land. But our main reason for coming to Nassau is to help out Chella, founder of the Voiceless Dogs of Nassau, a dog rescue organization. Over the holidays, Chella posted an article about someone who set this litter of puppies on fire. These are the only 3 to survive, and we're here today to help transport these puppies to good homes in the United States. Now, I'll never understand the cruel ways of mankind against those who are defenseless, but that's not why I made this video. If I can convince you to adopt a shelter pet, to commit to spaying or neutering when you do adopt, and help out organizations like the Voiceless Dogs of Nassau and Second Chance Rescue, then I've accomplished my goal. There's something uniquely different about shelter pets. It's like they know you've given them a second chance at life, to have a safe home, good food, and a family of their own. This is one small way we can all make a difference. If you'd like to help, just drop a line in the comments and we'll put you in touch with the right people. At the very least, please share our story. With the dog safely loaded, it's time to begin the 1,200-mile journey back to New York.
799 Sierra Romeo, you able to immediate takeoff?
Immediate takeoff, Sierra Romeo.
Roger, from Fox, fly runway heading, cleared for immediate takeoff, wind calm, landing traffic intercepting a 2.5 mile final.
Fly runway heading, Sierra Romeo.
604 Lima Bravo, cleared to land runway 09. Are you able to hold short 14 landing 09?
Now everybody asks, how hard is it to transport dogs in your plane back to the US? And the answer is pretty easy. Just make sure the paperwork is complete and do the mandatory custom stops. And in our experience, most dogs really enjoy flying. This one actually looks like she's smiling.
Hello, approach American 1181, 14.5, crossing Flipper at 10,250, that's information Lima.
American 1181, my approach, expect the ILS 27 approach.
ILS 27, American 1181. Approach here, 79er Sierra Romeo, 8,000 level, direct Junior.
Number 9799 Sierra Romeo, my approach, expect the RNAV 27 left at Miami, descend to maintain 3000.
Descend to maintain 3000, expect RNAV 27 left, Sierra Romeo.
American 948, flighting 090, descend to maintain 4000. 090, 4000, American 948.
Now if this doesn't convince you to get your IFR, nothing will. We had great VFR flying all throughout the Bahamas until now. Huge storm over Miami and all of South Florida.
Casino Express 3031, best rate descent, 99.
Roger, continue best rate descent, 3031.
90 Romeo, contact my approach on 125.5, flighting 300.
1255 heading 300, Sierra Romeo.
Casino Express 3831, 713 360.
After a quick bathroom break in Miami, we are off to South Carolina.
Oh, you two want to play already, huh? Hey.
They're girls.
Oh, yeah.
Continued bad weather over Miami. This storm eventually became the bombogenesis that hit the eastern coast of the US with a ton of snow. This storm was pretty nasty. High winds, hail, even icing. Another quick pit stop in South Carolina. It was 32 degrees and windy. This is probably the first time these dogs had experienced cold weather. They didn't seem to mind though, and the best part, nobody had any accidents in the plane.
"32 degrees in South Carolina."
Did,
Holy shit, it's cold.
Well, about 7 hours and 1,200 miles later, we were back in New York. Not a bad adventure for 3 dogs who were left for dead only a few days earlier. Holly and Nicholas found homes with Second Chance Rescue in New York, and we were lucky enough to have our neighbors adopt Elsie. Here's Elsie with her big brother Mike. Here's Elsie in a laundry basket. And here's Elsie with her new mom, Nicole. Special thanks to Stephen and Nicole for adopting her and giving her a great home. And always remember, anything's possible. You can make a difference. We'll see you on the next episode of The Pilot Adventure. Please share our video. Thanks for watching.